Hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy with a battle straight out of the Pallet Tribune website. I recommend you check it out. I battled this guy called Nickolas1747. Not quite sure on the numbers, if it was 1747. It was difficult picking a lead, but in the end I chose Scarfed High to Ground because he can usually do something. I predict the fake out and the switch, which is pretty obvious, and pursuit almost kills. It doesn't quite kill, which is kind of too bad, and goes into Crystal. He's got two Pokemon nicknamed the same thing, and I think I know why, actually. He's got a really impressive defensive core, and each of them is named Crystal Heart, or Crystal Love Emoticon, or what have you. I make kind of a bad play here. The Toxic is really obvious, and I go into Pringles, which means he gets a free Toxic, and that's kind of lousy. And this battle was really good. It was 44 turns, and it was cut short, but still, yeah, like, if it hadn't been cut short, I don't know, we would have had like 15 more turns or something, making like nearly a 60-turn match, which is really outstanding. And yeah, that's the other piece of his really impressive defensive core, which is probably a max defense HP Celebi, and that guy just plays with my entire team. That Celebi is really a nuisance, and I feel all smart switching into Spiritomb to Trap Kill, but he knows full well what I'm planning to do and just Giga Drains me a lot. And since this guy seems to have a lot of defense investment, Banded Pursuit isn't doing anything. Like, the only reason it did much at all is because I get a crit here, but the crit doesn't matter at all. Like, it would have mattered if I crit again, like right after that. If I had critted 2 times, could have changed the course of Pokemon history. But I just crit once, and he's using Recover anyway, so yeah, he really kinda complained about that one crit a lot, even though it really doesn't matter. Go for the Pursuit, which is pointless. I mean, he's even in green health because of leftovers, so I'm doing no damage at all, and he's doing a lot of damage to me with Giga Drain. And yeah, it's not a good place for Gygus. I should have switched out right now, actually. I was hoping for another crit or for him to switch out, but he's just not going to switch out. So yeah, 44 turns of solid, heart-pounding Pokemon gameplay, and he doesn't really stall me that much. Like, he's stalling me right now, but it's only been like 4 turns. So he only stalls me for like, I don't know, like 5 to 6 turns, really. Like, I'm probably exaggerating a little, but other than that, it's really fast-paced, high prediction, heavy-hitting Pokemon gameplay, and I really felt obligated to upload this because of that. Going to Jim Henson, who can take any attacks Celebi has, and yeah, I've got a bunch of different moves in my arsenal, and it's kind of hard predicting which one to use. I use U-turn just to scout, because we're only on turn 12, and not much has happened so far. And going to Bozo, predicting the Toxic, and I think he does deliver the Toxic, which is great, but he actually doesn't. He withdraws into Tails, who is an Ambipom, and I'm so cool with that because I'm just going to pay back. And yeah, I don't really like using Rupushin or Rubushin or Conkeldurr. I don't like using Conkeldurr. Like, I don't know what it is, because when I saw the game illustration lineup for Gen V or Gen 5, I like pointed out Conkeldurr and like was so excited about that Pokemon, because you know, he's like all veiny and ugly and tough looking, which is like my favorite type of Pokemon. But since he's so overused, it just feels so ick. It's like I don't even want to use him anymore. He's so common, and his coverage isn't even that good, you could argue, although he kind of doesn't really need coverage because he bulks up. So almost managed to kill Celebi. I think I got a Flinchax, which he complained to no end about that Flinchax, even though it doesn't matter since he can just recover later, and since this Vaporeon has his back like all the way. Going to Barney, predicting the Toxic, and I feel really happy about that prediction coming true, and I want to see how much this Thunderbolt does. I also begin to suspect he doesn't really have a lot of attacking moves. Yeah, he's got the Wish, Protect, Toxic, and I don't know what else. Maybe he has Hydration. I don't know if I ever saw his fourth move. He Thunderbolts, and yeah, I could have gotten a free switch, but I just wanted to Thunderbolt something. And goes into this guy, and I make a really cool move here. Actually, I'm really proud of this. I predict his Outrage spot on. Like, I thought it would be way too obvious if he used Earthquake, because, you know, I've got a levitating Hydreigon. So what is he going to do? He's going to do the safe Outrage, which means I get to take out his dude with one Ice Beam, which is hilarious. Like, that guy was probably scarfed, and that, if he was banded, I would be so dead. But he isn't banded. In retrospect, I probably should have saved Barney, because it's like the only Pokemon I have to touch Vaporeon at all. Like, I can do a lot of damage with Thunderbolt, and I could, actually, I can't really touch Celebi with Nidoking, because Celebi is too fast, I think. So going to Gygus here, going for Sucker Punch, but he predicts that and goes for Hypnosis, and yeah, really, really good play on his part. I could have switched out and not Death Foddered, but Sleep Foddered Whimsicott, since Whimsicott doesn't really do much anyway. But I didn't for some reason, which is probably a bad choice, because this Spiritomb is pretty vital to the team, and I just leave him in to die, as I'm apt to do, because I like free switch-ins, and I like killing my own Pokemon, because I'm evil, I guess, I don't know. So Yanmega's all speeding up and stuff, and go into Troll. And he withdraws as I substitute or taunt. Yeah, I substitute. But then again, this Celebi walls my shit so hard. Like, what is he gonna do? He's got Natural Cure, so even if I paralyze him, it's of no use, and he's just going to spam Recover. So I have no choice but to switch out there, so that's a real shame. Going to Hydreigon, he recovers, and I need a crit really bad. I know I've already had one, but another one would be very good, and it would help me out a lot. And I'm like rubbing my hands together, and I shoot out that awesome Fire Blast, and I wait with total anticipation, and the health goes down slowly, 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 and he lives on with a thread, and it recovers. So yeah, if you haven't guessed by now, this guy pretty much walls my shit for the whole game. There's literally nothing I could do. Which he disagrees with that because he wants to seem all high and mighty, but really, come on. Like, Vaporeon and Celebi are just so good together. Yeah, I missed the Fire Blast. Not that it mattered, it would have done like 20 damage anyway. And I'm beginning to run out of Pokemon to, like, take hits. Because I still fear an Ice Beam. But he just uses Toxic, of course. And I think I go for Payback, really hoping that he'll switch into someone else, which he does, but because his Pokemon are so defensive, it doesn't really help. Like, I'm like, cool, alright, Payback, I've got Guts and Payback, he's so dead, not even close to death at all. So, yeah, Bozo the Conkeldurr, like, failed me so hard. Like, the one turn I really need him to deliver, and he does, like, super shit damage. And I really don't have much choice but to go into this guy, and he's just going to recover again, so yeah. I predict he does have max defense and HP, but I never really found out. I never really asked him. He was engaging in a lot of other conversations on the chat room, so he probably wouldn't have answered me anyway. Go for your turn just to see what it's going to do. This guy is naive with some attack. Well, he doesn't have any attack investment, but he's got naturally high attack. And my battery light is flashing, which makes me really paranoid. And I'm probably gonna, like, get cut off. But I'm gonna tell you right now, in case I do get cut off, that I lose. Spoiler alert, he walls my shit. I actually I run in 10 turns. So in case this recording shits out, because I really don't want to re-record it, because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, Taunt Omega should have probably used Substitute. Get off the Sunspore, which is great. Stun Spore. So, like, if